Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Lost in the Real. My name is Morgan,
And my name is Sean.
and today we'll be discussing The Sharp Corner, written and directed by Justin Buxton, and it is a psychological thriller.
Ooh. Sharp Corner follows a young family that moves from the big city to their rural dream home. Unfortunately, on the day of the move, a terrible car crash happens on the sharp corner right in the front of their house, and the person driving the car dies. Because of this event, it causes the foundation of their family to break apart when the father becomes obsessed with the sharp corner and its victims. So, Morgan, what would you say the positives of Sharp Corner are?
I mean, the lighthouse, the biggest positive is Ben motherfucking Foster.
I know.
Like from the opening scene, why is this man such a chameleon? He's so wonderful. Oh my god.
This performance is so, like, honestly, this is one of those performances that in, like, if this movie was getting more hype, like, he could get an Oscar nomination for this because it is so nuanced and you have no idea what he's thinking, but he's captivating.
Captivating. I have to say that this film would be nothing without him, honestly. Like, he is superb. I could see it being a little, well, that's going to be in the negatives. But, like, I mean, he is truly so wonderful. And I think maybe he's been waiting for a role like this. But I think he can make anything a wonderful role. But, like, he was so good in this. Like, I couldn't look away from him.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And he is one of those actors, he gets a lot of supporting roles and he's always so good, but he doesn't get a lot of starring roles.
I have just been offered a starring role in a major film.
And for him to take this role on, I'm just like, damn, chef's kiss on this performance because it's almost like American Psycho-ish, but like he's not as deranged as Christian Bale was in that. But it's like you just don't know what is going through this man's head.
You don't. And he plays it so quietly. This, like, for it being a
Mhm.
psychological thriller, he plays it so quietly. You just think, like, oh, this is like a drama. It's just like a family dynamics. But then you just have this undercurrent of Ben Foster just kind of growing unhinged scene by
Yes.
scene. And it is so wonderfully done. Right down to his body language is just
Mhm.
beautiful. I couldn't look away from him. I loved it. I like huge positive, 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 positive. Wonderful
Yeah.
acting.
And I think Cobie Smulders, from How I Met Your Mother as his wife, I think she does a really good job in the film. I don't think they have amazing chemistry together, but that also could be because he is just such a like who knows, like unhinged kind of guy, like that maybe he wouldn't have chemistry with anybody.
And I kind of thought that
But
was the point too.
yeah, so exactly, like they're becoming slowly detached from each other because he's becoming completely detached from reality.
Yes.
But I thought she was also quite good in the film, but nothing compared to Ben Foster.
I mean, it was his film. I would have to say, like,
Yeah.
it was his.
I definitely would agree. And I think that this movie, it's considered a psychological thriller. I would say it's definitely a slow burn, that is for sure.
But the slow burn gets under your skin.
But it is one of those movies that it's slow burn so much, but because of Ben Foster's performance and because you just have no idea what's going to happen next, it does leave you on the edge of your seat. I was very much so like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? What is he doing? Why is he doing that? You know what I mean? Like throughout the whole entire movie. So it definitely rattled my nerves a little bit. But it is not a psychological thriller like Silence of the Lambs or anything like that. It is very much a character driven slow burn psychological thriller.
Absolutely. Like, I really enjoyed the writing and directing, but
Mhm.
the whole time I was thinking in the back of my head, I was like, again, like I said earlier, it would be hard to pull off without Ben, honestly. I don't know what other
Yeah.
actor could have done it so quietly in such a slow way, that slow burn way. He did
Yeah.
such a, I mean, I couldn't get over him. I really like I like, where is his Academy Award already? Like, come on. Like, that was so
I
good.
don't think he's ever even been nominated. Like, it is time.
It is time. It is time. Give him more leading roles, please, because this shows how well he can work. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, Sean, any more positives that you can think of?
Yeah, I definitely think this is a really unique movie. This premise is so unlike anything that I've seen before that I was immediately drawn into it because it's like it is a simple story, but this idea of this guy becoming obsessed with almost becoming like a hero.
Hit it!
And he's so like bogged down in his like day-to-day life and his like how inconsequential he is, and he's almost like this just very basic man, living a basic life, and he doesn't try to get the great job. He's like, okay, that's fine, this person that I trained got the job that I wanted, but it's okay. Like he never fights for something. So you see him go on this journey of like wanting to become the hero in his own story in this really fucked up way. And I loved that journey. I thought it was so interesting. And we'll get into the negatives of some things about that journey. But overall, like as a character study and with that performance, I just think this movie is, if you like something really unique and character driven, you're gonna like Sharp Corner.
Yes, because I think on like the surface, you would think that nothing's happening at all. You're like, we're just watching a family slowly deteriorate,
Yeah.
but really, like, it is so driven by this character and his struggle to like fight out of this like finality of like husband, family man kind of thing, and it was just, oh,
It
so
was
good to watch.
fascinating.
It was fascinating. I couldn't look
Yeah.
away, and really, for the most part, you could argue that nothing really happened at all.
Exactly. And that's what I'm going to get to in my negatives. But it's almost a mix, but we'll get into that.
Okay, let's get into it. Tell me, what are your negatives?
Perfect. So, my negatives are, I almost wanted the movie, because it's such a slow burn, I really wanted it to crescendo into something more explosive. And maybe that's just me being like that uh that audience person that just wants something bigger and crazy and extreme. This movie doesn't exist in that realm. It's very, very grounded. It's very quiet in a lot of places, and it's not going to go to places that are out of the realm of possibility. So maybe I wanted that because I wanted it to end in a way that was more memorable, but in a way, the ending is quite haunting because it is realistic. But I was expecting more, and I think people will probably be expecting more.
I think people will genuinely, like, this is my negative. People will be confused by the whole premise of it, honestly. They'll
Yeah.
just be like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
This is not a thriller at all. This is not psychological at all. Um, and I could see how maybe the writing, maybe they could have tried to do a little bit more to make it a little bit more intense for the
Mm-hmm.
audience.
Like oomph it up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
like add some meat to its bones.
Exactly. But I think, again, with the help of Ben, like, he pulls it out, and where like maybe the writing might have like fallen short. And then the directing was great, but also like nothing wowing. It was, I don't know, it was okay.
I really think that this plot and the idea of this movie really lends itself well to really creative, ingenious directing and cool shots and stuff. And I think there's a missed opportunity here in the directing. But once again, we're talking about I don't believe he's a first-time director, but maybe he's done a short film. I'm not 100% sure. But we're talking about a newer director. But I think he could have maybe oomphed it up or added more meat on its bones with the direction. And the direction is also very understated too. So you have a very simple kind of basic plot, and then you have a very understated script and very understated directing. So it does come off a little like, and it will to some people be a snooze fest.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like I said, if you like character driven things, about like really getting into the mind of this person and their struggle and their plight, I think that you'll like Sharp Corner. But anyone else, if you're looking for something exciting, this is not it.
This is not it. I feel like this is going to be a miss for so many people. They're not
Yeah.
going to understand it because it's lacking that oomph, that like classic tell of like, this is a psychological thriller. And this, it could like slip under the radar so easily.
100%. And I feel like a lot of people probably won't see this and it will slip under the radar. And that's okay because it's not okay. I never want a movie to slip under the radar.
Especially when it's good.
Exactly. Like, especially when there's like such this great performance behind it, and there is, there's so much here to chew on. I think that it deserves to be seen, but you need to know what you're going into before you watch it.
Yeah. Okay, Sean, so what would you rate Sharp Corner?
I'm going to be giving Sharp Corner a 3.75 out of 5. I think that this movie really lends itself to my own personal taste in film. I really love thrillers, and I love movies that get you in the mind of the person that you're watching. And with a performance like Ben Foster behind it, I think Sharp Corner like succeeds on so many levels. Do I think it's a movie for everyone? Absolutely not. If you're looking for something exciting or thrilling, this is going to be a no-go for you. But if you like slow burn psychological thrillers, I think this will hit a nerve for you.
Love it. Same. Well, my rating is 4 out of 5.
Oh, nice.
I mean, really, his acting carried this so much, and I think that it's not a perfect score because I think the writing and directing, like, it doesn't give the people what they need as a psychological thriller, but with his acting, it carries it enough where it is truly amazing for this quiet, slow burn psychological thriller. And it kept me on my toes. I was engaged, and I just wanted to see what this guy will do next. Like, oh.
Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. I'm Sean.
And I'm Morgan. And then please let us know what you think of Sharp Corner, but also, like, what's your favorite Ben Foster film? Like, it's hard to find him because he's a chameleon, but, like, let us know.
Definitely. There's a lot of them. And he's been around forever, so I definitely think that there could be a lot of different choices here.
Yeah. I love him.
I love him too. So sound off in the comment section down below, my friends. And until next time, take care.